How are you today? I hope and pray that you're doing well. Everything is going great for you. I want to share how to hear the Most High because it is something that comes up quite often. I see in the comments, and it's important as we go into this next year that you understand how Spirit talks to you.
Just make sure that you are
And
trying your best.
just editing our Reiki session that we had tonight. So if I look a little, you know, relaxed, it's because I'm feeling really relaxed. We just had our Reiki sessions over at spiritualguidanceacademy.com. So I highly recommend you get over there. If you are needing energy healing, tonight we worked on our root chakra and it was amazing. So we are doing virtual Reiki sessions over there, and we have our certified program happening as well. So I look forward to seeing you over there. Many of you know that you're healers, and you know that Spirit has been talking to you. Sometimes you know this from birth. You know this from when you were a little child. You had the great understanding that there was another energy there, there was another presence. And some of you have talked to the elders in your family, maybe your parents, your aunties, uncles, and they've told you that they used to watch you talk to the air, or you're seeing that in your children. You're seeing that in children around you. You can see and hear people um, kind of taken aback by something, and you ask, what did you just see or what's up? And there's, kind of confused. Just feel like I just heard something. And so knowing knowing how God talks to you versus other energy too, because not all energy is good. Not all energy is divine, of God. Super, super important. So I want you to go into 2022 aware. All right. So if I give you value tonight, let me see you hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much for coming in. I love y'all to life. I thank you so much. Tomorrow's Friday. We're doing our readings on Friday. So definitely come back and stay tuned for that. You got to subscribe, hit that little bell so you'll know when I come back over and we give you um, readings. So, one way to hear from Divine Source is, as I just shared, is through the air. We're going to hear God, and sometimes we don't want to hear it. Okay, let's keep it real. Our human is fear based energy. Ego, our human is vibrating on energy that is beneath where God wants us to be. And when we hear the Most High, it may come in as a tongue lashing, meaning we may hear us get reprimanded or disciplined because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. And we know this. And so when we hear God's voice, that voice can come in as a commanding, downright demanding voice that says, get right, get your life in order. And here's how that can come in. You have a message that comes to you and says, you better do this right, whatever this is. It may be raising your children. It may be deciding to have children. It may be deciding not to. It may be do apply for this job versus that one. It may be do the work to build your business versus continuing to put it off. It may be refocus your energy on something in particular. It may be try this in your health versus that over there. It may be enroll, sign up. It may be get the expert Stop trying to do it yourself. Whatever this voice is, it automatically scares you and you want to take action. But it's not a scary movie kind of scary. It is okay, that's scary because I know undoubtedly this has to be God. So you do have that intuitive knowing. You have that energy that swells up within you, and you know that that message did not come from you. And you also know that that message is something that's been coming over and over and over again. And you know that the direction this message is sending you in is going to bless you and so many more. Bless everybody that's connected to you and people that you don't even know you're assigned to yet. So, how do we decipher when we're hearing a message from the Most High? The Most High is Spirit, Allah, Jehovah, the most pure God, our Lord, our Savior, Creator, Divine Source, Spirit. Well, you're going to know the difference when you hear a message that's coming in that's not of God, because God doesn't want anything bad to happen to you. God doesn't want you to do anything that's out of integrity, that's out of your ethics, morals. And if you don't know what that is for your life, here's how you're going to hear from God even more, is you ask for help. You ask God to hear from God. You ask in prayer. If you don't know how to pray, that's okay. We have videos on our channel, Spiritual Guidance Academy, that is teaching you how to pray. Sometimes we don't know that. And we don't know that a simple prayer is thank you, thank you, thank you. A simple prayer is in your intention. You don't even have to speak a prayer. Your prayer is in your soul, and you are the soul within your human. So, how do we hear from God? We also we ask for help, right? We just ask, Lord, help me, help me, help me. That's it. Sometimes you're only able to say, oh God, oh my God, oh my God. Just cry out to God, okay? August with the shade says, I've been having suicidal thoughts due to the abandonment. Could you all pray from strength? Yes, we can. And right there, thank you so much. Thank you so much, dear love, for even coming on here courageously, so bold, and so positively. I know my breakthrough is coming, but I'm going through such a tough time. And baby, let me tell you something. The reason why you're going through a tough time is because your breakthrough is about to happen. And it's about to be big. It's about to be bigger than you ever could imagine. So you got to pay attention to the signs. I want you to pay attention to God's love within you and over you, because God will take over your everything just so that you know you belong, and so you know that you are in assignment and you are in alignment for so much more. And let me tell you something else. You don't have the right to commit suicide, because those that are assigned and aligned for you and with you, to you, they're waiting for you, August. They're waiting for you to bless them. And guess what? I can't do it. You got to do it. And we're going to hold your hand right through it. We're going to build you up, because you are that strong. You are that bold. Look at you. You already came through here bold. Bust through the door of the comments. And it's like, listen, this is what I need. I need prayer. You doggone right you do. We all do. And guess what? You are going to hear from the Most High. I promise you that. So be very aware, okay? Spiritual superstars, anybody else going through this, we don't have the right to take our own life. That's not what you're here to do. So it's a matter of you finding out what you came here to do. August, what did you come here to do? What did you come here to do? Right? And so I'm expecting you to answer right now. What did you come here to do? Right? What did you come here to do? What is your purpose? What is your love? What is your passion? What is your calling? What is your mission? Okay? And all of the love that's being poured into you right now, that's a prayer. Our spiritual superstars are pouring into you. And I love you. And you've got to be here. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. We all have suicidal thoughts. Did you know that? Every single one of us. Okay? Look at August. My passion is to speak. And you spoke so well. You spoke so well. 11 minutes, 11 seconds in, you about to hear from God, I guarantee you. You ready? Here we go. Take a beautiful deep breath in right now. Deep, deep, deep. Challenger human. Kissing your higher self. Connecting with the divine. Let it out. Repeat after me. Divine Source, thank you so much for showing me my spiritual guidance the way that I can receive it. Now listen and see through your mind's eye. August, I see you in front of a podium. The stage is dark. There's blue curtains. It looks like a school, but it's a big one. So I don't know if it's a university, but there's families out in the audience. I can see kids out past the auditorium, like when you walk in the auditorium, out in the hallway. So it doesn't look like the arena. It doesn't look like an arena. It looks like a school theater stage. I can smell the instruments. It's like a school where they house everything kind of right there, like the stage is set. You're gonna volunteer first. Look for schools. Look for it's a volunteer. It's a what do you call that when you are? I want to say narrator, but it's more than that. Announcer. You're the announcer. Look for that. Share with us what you saw. And if you didn't see anything yet, share with us when you see it. Come on in. Type in your pound 1111, everybody. All right, come on in. Type in your pound 1111 and pray for August and pray for all of our spiritual superstars who are battling mental health, because it's no joke. And August, you need to, I want you to speak with Coach Darian also, if you're open. Definitely get in touch with us. You can text our business line, which is 859-339-3459. 859-339-3459, okay? So you're going to hear God very differently from the way you hear those suicidal thoughts. the way you hear any negative messages, the way you will hear demons. Okay? So, Diamonds, you saw too? Awesome, awesome, awesome. You have a podcast, and I'm able to speak because I'm so broken inside. Absolutely. Honey, what's your podcast? We're going to support you. And, you know, you got a gift. Yes, you can. It's 859 339 3459. So you are feeling the broken pieces that Spirit is putting together for you. And you're allowing that puzzle piece to happen. The puzzle pieces are coming together. So, honey, let me tell you, that's spiritual awakening. See, the moment that we are awakened to our untapped, our unlimited potential, that is spiritual awakening. And the symptoms include your brokenness. You got some spiritual superstars on here that have been through that travail, that trial, that difficulty. I'm telling y'all, y'all have been through some stuff, and they sending you love. So I want y'all to come together now, and I want you to pour into August, and I want you to tell him how you got through your brokenness. Because if we don't know anything else, we know that when God is getting ready to show up and show out in our lives, we feel completely tore up from the floor up. We feel totally inside out, down to our skeleton. We feel naked because you have to be stripped. God has to strip us from everything that we have coveted, everything that we're giving so much of our energy to, so much fear-based energy to, right? So much lust to. We have more energy going to things and places and people and situations that need to be stripped from us, right? Because we're giving that way too much of our energy instead of where God wants us to go. I want y'all to pour in, and I want you to show up, and I want you to testify right now in the comment section, because I know what y'all have gone through. And I know what y'all are getting ready to come up out of too. And I know the ones that are on here have been through some stuff, okay? And you still here by the grace and the mercy of the Most High, yes, and by your faith. So I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of y'all. My charger, because I don't want it to go off. And I don't want to lose you. So August, yeah, and everybody else, let me tell you, people are waiting for you. People need you. We need you. Okay? I need you. You got a podcast. You done encouraged me and motivated me to have one. You know, why do you have a podcast? Why do you have a podcast? Because you opened it for a reason. What's that reason? Be reminded of that reason. I'm trying to turn on this little thing. See if I can get it to act right so I don't shut off. Okay. All right. There we go. Good. All right. So you made it to finally have something of your own, and you did it. Bravo. Excellent. Absolutely bravo. You did it. And look at how many people are celebrating you because of it. So, what is your podcast on? Another way that you're going to hear from God is in our dreams. So, many of you have visions in your dream, and you wake up and you realize what just happened. Like something happened that was more than just a dream. Because you traveled. You traveled in another dimension. You traveled to another dimension. And you know that some of your dreams are coming true. You also know that you keep having repeat dreams, right? Well, when you're waking up in the middle of the night, and it doesn't have to be just between 3 and 5 a.m., that really is dependent upon what time you go to bed. But when you are waking up, I want you to just jot down, I want you to pay attention to what time you're waking up because it all has a meaning, okay? And so when you are waking up, what are you hearing? What are you seeing? What messages are coming to you? Because you are in a state of all spirit. Your human is fasting from this third dimension. And when our human fasts, we, the soul within our human, get to go back to the spirit realm and play around, and we get to receive, and we get to do our work to manifest in the spiritual realm, okay, in the 5D. And I'm a believer that we travel through the 4D, kind of like a spiritual highway from this life, third dimensional life, okay? And we got a job to do. So sometimes our dreams come true. Sometimes we wake up. And how many of you do this? How many times do you wake up and you realize what you just dreamt immediately? You realize, oh my goodness, what did I dream? Whether it is a nightmare, whether it is negative, whether it is positive, divine, it means something. And so after years and years and years of not really having anybody to help me through it, I've just learned some things, okay? And I did have some really good guidance, so I have to say for sure, from my mom and the matriarchs in our family, um, that were very aware that they were spiritually gifted, that these things were happening, but they weren't quite sure what to do with it. You know, what are you doing? You ain't asked for none of this. So what do you do with it? And so as a side note, if you're saying, I ain't asked for this, so I don't want it, don't feel guilty. I went through those stages too. I went through those stages because it's a tough life. It's very tough. It's easier to be ignorant and ignore it. It's easier to go with the straight up, cut and dry answer to it. But when you are experiencing these things back to back to back to back, and you're trying to pray it away, you're trying to do whatever you can to get it away, to stop it. You can't stop the messages, you can't stop the images, you can't stop any of that. I have learned um, to do some things that keep me happy, that help me help other people, and that help me embrace my spiritual gifts. So it is a blessing, and you see that after you feel like it's a curse or it's something that you've just been it's something bad that you were, you're being what's the word for it? Not reprimanded. You're being punished for some reason. So you really are. It is a blessing. And this little cord is gonna just wanna do something with this so that I could be, maybe if I go like this, that might help a little bit. Maybe. All right. Is that light gonna bother you guys? I don't know. I'll put it back. Um, I'm gonna read the comments in just a second. Let me see. Oh, he do like that. Okay, so let me see. Let me scroll up. Y'all are loving on each other. I absolutely am in love with you. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. Y'all are my family. I'm so grateful for you. Yes, yes, yes. Be careful what and who you listen to. It's still not easy, but every day is a blessing and a gift. Amen. Ashe. August says, I made it to finally have something of my own. It feels so good to finally have something I'm so proud of. Last year, when you told me about my spiritual awakening and it happened, I told you about that last. See what I'm saying? Ah, you're such a blessing to me right now. Thank you so much. I mean, this is beautiful for you to tell me that. I told you last year that this was going to happen, and it happened. So, baby, you're still in that awakening. And as we're seeing three sevens, look at what's on the screen, spiritual superstars. He says, I wake up at 7 every day. August, look at what was on the screen. Now it's an 8, but there was two sevens up there. So that's three sevens. What does that mean? It means keep going. Keep waking up at 7 a.m. Keep doing your podcast. Okay? Keep going through the steps of your spiritual awakening. Have you gotten your book, 7 Steps to Master Any Spiritual Awakening, yet? I don't think I got, I don't think I have a copy here, but you can get a copy from Amazon. Okay, I want you to get you a copy, and I want you to use the book as your guidebook because that's why I wrote it as your guide, okay? Use it as your guide. There, maybe that'll work. I don't know. This ain't working. There, maybe no. I'm gonna have to hold it. I'm going to, oh, thank you so much. Please let me know what it does for you because you're going through the stages real quick, spiritual superstars. What are the stages of our spiritual awakening, right? So the stages are, first stage is you know something's going on, right? So awareness. You know something's going on. The weird things are happening. You're receiving negative thoughts, suicidal tendencies, stuff like that. You think you're going through a nervous breakdown, a psychotic breakdown. You are needing to get drugged up from synthetic drugs. You're not able to cope. You're not able to handle your emotions, your energy, your mental health is at stake. You are seeing that you cannot be around certain people. That's the first stage of spiritual awakening. You're seeing that your whole life has to change. It's changing. It's like it's happening with or without your approval, without your authority. You can't control it. You've got to either go with it or you've got to continue to try to keep ignoring it. And then that just drives you even more crazy. Who understands that? We have all been there. I know I'm not the only one. These are steps that you're going to use for each and every spiritual awakening. And so when God is telling you that, we're hearing from the Most High. We're hearing from Spirit because Spirit is saying, go over here, not over here. Leave this person alone. End the relationship. It's not a friendship, it's one-sided. End it because I've got something else over here. Either someone's already there or you need to heal and let that space be healed within you because that part is broken, right? And someone's coming in. Or leave that location alone, leave that job alone, leave that, even sometimes that business alone, you know, leave that way of life alone. How about the relationship with food? Whatever it is, you're aware of something. So now the detachment automatically comes in that once you're aware, okay, this is a theme that's popping up. I'm being asked to detach myself from something, some place, some situation, some way of life, the way I've thought, mindset, philosophy, something or someone, parts of yourself. It really depends on what your spiritual awakening theme is, okay? Right? Right? Yep. So you got awareness, detachment. You got to be vulnerable. If I'm making sense, hit the thumbs up button. You got to be vulnerable. That's the third step. Okay? It's all in the book. Spiritual awakening is real. We all go through it, but we all don't have to be freaked out by it. And we don't need to get on medication to get through it. We don't need to do ayahuasca tea. We don't need to fly to Brazil and put a second mortgage on your house to get stuff done, because that stuff is always going to still be there. You have to work through it. You got to do the work. What is the work? You got to hear from God. You got to know what God's telling you to do. Okay? You really do. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me read through the comments. I love that you wanted to have something of your own and you're proud of yourself. I'm so proud of you. I know that's right. Oh, when you were having spiritually guided spiritual communication. Y'all, I can't wait. Y'all about to see the book. It's going to drop. It's going to just give me a couple more days. It's not the way I want it, but I'm doing it as an electronic digital copy so that I can update it some more. And I'm in prayer about it. So that's why you have not seen me on our channel. I've asked for your forgiveness because I've been feeling so bad. I'm like, I want to come over there and do this and that and that and the other. And Spirit's just like, I told you Friday. I'm like, okay, okay. I can give you readings on Friday. Spirit's been really so I'm so happy about that. But I think you're gonna love the book. I go into straight solutions and everything that y'all have been asking about, the itching, the crawling, the hot cold sensation, the waves of energy, the tingling, everything. And yeah, so I think you can really love it. And it is how God talks to us. So it is the universal code. And you know what? We have our membership, and that's what it's based on. Teaching you how to really hear from God and letting you have that floor, that space to really get your answers and get your needs met, but to also help each other. So I want to see y'all in there. We meet once a month, for sure, live, and it's $1.99. That's it. So anyone that is a spiritual practitioner, I want you in there. I want you to be a guest speaker. And the only thing that I ask is that you invite people to us. You know, help our family grow so that we become the hub that I know that we are. I know that because there's so many things out there, so many places out there that people can't trust. And you just like who said that you got to be really really careful about who you trust. You really really do. I'm telling you. Mhm. It's you got to be careful who you go to. You got to be careful with what people say. You know, um people are making claims and stuff like that they can't back up, and people are hurting other people. So be very careful about that, y'all. Be very careful, okay? Be very careful. um so um deepen yourself in the word of God, okay? I was raised a Baha'i, but I am more spiritual now. I haven't renounced the religion. I love Baha'i principles, and I love Christian principles, and I love Buddha's principles. And so I am aware of um, the itching on my scalp and why it happens. And that's why I'm writing the book. And I want y'all to get y'all a copy when you see it come out. And because I want you to know what it means, and I want you to know how to handle it, and I want you to know how to follow what God says to do. And even with me, it is difficult sometimes because it's easier for me to tell my clients and my customers what to do because I can read it, boom, got it, And they're like, oh my gosh, how did you know that? That's spot on. That's exactly what it is. And all of that. When it comes to me and my humans, sometimes, we have to tussle. We got to go toe to toe sometimes still. But she's very aware that this is the life we have lived. So we know God's voice. And when we don't get our way, when I'm telling you, when I have to ask God's permission for everything. And when I ask for certain things that I really want, but I know doggone well God's going to say no, and I ask anyway. Because why? We're all God's children. So I ask, and God says no, and I'm pouting my tail off. Do you hear me? Do y'all pout when God tells you no? Oh my gosh, I'm the biggest whiner when that comes. I'm so hurt. I'm so crushed because God has spoiled me so much. And honey, when I tell y'all the blessings are pouring in, you wait. 2022, y'all about to be extremely blessed. The shift is happening. All you have to do is take those leaps of faith and keep showing up, focused on helping people. I'm a sole believer that we are supposed to help the collective and all have this beautiful experience to grow, to help each other, because it does take a village. So, y'all about to be very blessed, very blessed. Yes, yes, yes. So I think that I will end it there. And I'm so grateful. Let me just, I guess, recap the ways that you hear from God. I want you to put it in the comment section because y'all are very gifted, you're very smart, and you're very aware. And and I'm a believer that when you come here, very seldom do we get any trolls. We used to get trolls a lot, but I think your energy, I know your energy is all love, and your healers. Um, that these trolls come in and they're seeking at the core of who we are is love. So that love is there, but they may just come in broken because they've been taught spirituality is evil. Then when they come in here, you guys turn them around so fast, they're apologizing to me. And it is beautiful. I mean, y'all don't play around. I love y'all to life. Let me tell you, I love you so much. I'm telling you, y'all have energy that is worthy of the blessings that you are going to receive. You getting ready to receive. You already own it. August, you already own, you already own those blessings. You already have the people assigned to you. They're waiting in line for you to show up. That's it. They're just waiting. So you got other podcasts to do. You got other projects to work on. You got people to collaborate with. You got testimonials to drop all over this beautiful universe. You're a leader. Okay, as I say that, 1010 is on the screen. You're a leader. You starting fresh, you starting over, you just renewed, and God is right there pushing you. Okay, just pushing you along. All right. I mean, I love it. Mm-hmm. All right, all right. So get on over to Spiritual Guidance Academy and see what we can do for you. Our membership is $199. That's $1.99. And take advantage of it. We have guest speakers lined up, and anyone that is a spiritual practitioner and you would like to give value to our spiritual superstar family, all you have to do is text message our business number, which is 859-339-3459, and let me know that, and I'll give you the particulars, and that's it. We just want you to get in your mission. Somebody hit the thumbs up button so there could be 1111 on the screen. If you haven't come in and typed in your pound or hashtag 1111. Do that now. And I look forward to seeing all of you over there. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience. So, yeah. You gotta hit that thumbs up button. Who's gonna hit the thumbs up button so we could get 1111 back on the screen? Somebody gotta hit it. Oh, boom. There it is. Look it, look it. Okay, thank you. Look at that. Boom. Ready? Take a beautiful deep breath in. Thank you, K-Love. All right, blow out. Exhale. Let it all out. Relax your shoulders. Relax your toes, your fingers. Squeeze in with your abdominal muscles. Thank you so much, Divine Source. Please show us our spiritual guidance so that we can receive it. Thank you so much. So God's voice is loving. God's voice will come to you in your ascended loved ones. God's voice will come to you in your ancestors. God's voice will come into you in your dog, in your cat, your children. God's voice will come to you when you're zoning out and you're nodding off and getting ready to go to bed. God's voice will come to you in the shower. God's voice will come to you in the car at the light, and the car behind you will beep their horn. God's voice will come to you in your coworker who says the exact same thing that you were just thinking. God's voice will come to you on the phone of whoever that messenger is on the other line, whether you know them or not, whether they're a telemarketer, whether they are a friend or family. God's voice will come to you and that message will be clear. That message will be all love. That message will be sometimes tough love, but that message will be unconditional, divine love, and it will be divinely timed. It will be divinely led, and you will know it because it will be pushing you to your success, to your happiness. It will be showing up repeatedly until you decide to take action. Okay? So that's God. That is our Creator. That's who we worship. I work with our ancestors. I'm a believer in my spiritual team. They show up and I see them. I hear my mother who is ascended on, but I worship the Most High. And that's all I worship. But we hear from God, and this is the most important part, I believe, in how to hear from God, is humility. If we can't submit and be humble to God, then ladies, hear me say this. Ladies who are heterosexual, because I'm not familiar enough with being gay or anything like that. I'm heterosexual. So tell me in the comments if it applies too. Ladies, if you're not submitting to God, if you're not humbling yourself to the Most High, you cannot you cannot humble yourself. You cannot be submissive to the Most High. You just cannot. So you have to start there, okay? And gentlemen, humble yourself to God so that you don't let this world swallow you up. Submit to listening and hearing from the Most High so that you know where you're getting your strength from. So that some of the things that you go through, you don't have to tell anybody, but you're being fed You're not missing out. You are being strengthened. And God will tell you exactly who you can trust, who really does respect you, who's got your back, who's not just putting on like you could trust them. You know, ladies too. I'm big on that. I was taught that very early on. Vulnerability, submission, and humility. Thank you so much, Beast Mode. I really appreciate you for blessing our family. Thank you so much. Beast Mode just blessed us with $10. Thank you so much. So, humility. What does that mean? That means when you wake up, show gratitude. Just say thank you. You realize you woke up, you were an hour late for work. You realize you wake up, you don't have any money in the bank. You realize you woke up, you don't have any money for food. You realize you wake up, you hate your job. You realize you wake up, love life is pitiful. You realize you wake up, you still have that chronic condition. My point is this: when you're going through and you're in the eye of the storm, you show gratitude. That's your ticket out. That's your ticket out of it. So we hear from God when we are grateful. And then we hear. Because when we're focused on, I'm hurting, I'm unhealthy, I'm sad, I hate this, all that stuff, ooh, that just makes me even feel like, ooh, I gotta rebuke even saying that. When we focus on saying anything that goes against what our happiness is, what our joy is, our love, honey, our human is going like this. You know, we're just eating away at our own selves, and we're pulling away from the Most High. So even when you wake up, you haven't even opened your eyes yet. You might just hear the alarm. First thing, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you so much for waking me up. Thank you for waking my family up. You might wake up to fussing. I wake up to a loud noise, something that's disturbed you out of your sleep. Grateful to see another day. Grateful to have been woken up. Next thing you do is you ask for your spiritual guidance. Please show me my spiritual guidance the way that I can receive it. And let me tell you, spiritual superstars, when you do this enough, divine source will come to you right away, just like that. As soon as you wake up, you'll see it. You won't even have asked through your mouth. You will see your spiritual guidance. I guarantee you, if you do that enough, you will see your spiritual guidance and you will know right away what you are supposed to focus on for that day. It will come to you just like that. You will also see things that are going to happen that day that you need to be prepared for. And most of the time, you're going to receive that during the middle of the night. Okay? So I hear from God in the middle of the night. If I say, holy shit, then that means something's going down the next day that will make my human say, holy shit. No matter what it is, no matter what it, I'll give you an example. Very recently, I had the holy shit moment in the middle of the night, and many of y'all know, have you heard, who has heard me say this before? Because this has been happening for years, and I've been sharing this for years with y'all. So let me know that. Let me know that. Now, I woke up and I could hear myself saying, holy. So I was wide awake. My human's wide awake. I'm right in with it. Okay, I'm aware. What's going to happen? Something's going on. What do I need to act now? So I finished the words. Shit. That's how I said it. And I said, okay, God, Do I need to do something? Nope. Okay, thank you. That just means be prepared. Okay, okay, I got it. The next day, the very next day, I'm sitting here. Okay, I'm sitting here. There's a baby on the roof across from me. I'm looking out the window. Baby's on the roof. Baby is on the roof. What was my reaction? Holy shit. Right? Oh my gosh. So I ran out the house. It's craziest stuff that I've ever seen. You know, stuff like that happens all the time. You know, parents. I'm very grateful that I could see that I witnessed it and was able to help, you know. So God alerted me. Be aware. There's another part to that. Spiritually guided spiritual communication is what I felt in me. So I won't go into that because you're going to see it in the book, and I pray that it helps you for sure. But listen to the alerts that God has already gifted you. All right. I hope that this has helped you. If it's helped you, please hit the thumbs up button. And y'all get over to Spiritual Guidance Academy. We have lowered the prices on our programs. I think you're going to love it. If you haven't taken any programs with me, definitely get over there and check it out. And if you need a reading or if you need coaching, definitely let me know that. And I look forward to speaking with you very soon. Mwah. I love y'all so much. Y'all take great care. Dory, it's beautiful to see you. K-Love, it's great to see you. Diamonds and pearls, everybody. Kimberly, it's wonderful to see you, girl. Kiss those boys for me. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Awesome. Oh, beast mode. I definitely can give you a reading live, um, but I don't do birth charts. I don't do birth charts, but I can give you a reading. So come on back tomorrow. Okay, and it'll be posted in our community page of the time that I'm coming tomorrow, okay? And I'll definitely give you a reading. You just got to remind me, okay? All right, mwah. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.